Good morning. Good to see everybody here today. Happy Easter. What we've been doing here at Bethlehem is we've been going through the resurrection eggs. So a lot of you guys know about the resurrection eggs, but let's do a quick review here real quick. So we've been doing 2 a week. So we started off with the first one, and we have the donkey reminding us of Palm Sunday, when Jesus came in on the donkey, and everyone was so excited. I should say most people were so excited, but the Jewish leaders, they were very upset. And then we jump all the way ahead to Holy Wednesday, when that man took the money to betray Jesus. Do you remember his name? Very good. His name is Judas. And then we go all the way to Thursday evening, or from a Jewish perspective, early on Friday, and Jesus institutes the Lord's Supper. So on that very day, he was going to give his body and shed his blood to take away our sins, and that's what we receive in the Lord's Supper, along with the bread, along with the wine. After he left the upper room, he went to the Garden of Gethsemane and said a very important prayer. So he was talking to God the Father, saying, Father, is there some other way you can save the world other than me having to go to the cross? But then Jesus said, don't do it my way, Father. You do it your way, and I will accept it. So Jesus went to the cross. And then we have this little piece of leather, and that reminds us how they were mistreating. That's right, Brooklyn. So they were using that to hit him, and it hurt him really bad, but he took all of that for us. And then we come to the crown of thorns. Now that doesn't look a lot like a crown of thorns, but boy, did that hurt when they put that on his head, especially if we look at the real crown of thorns, like we did weeks ago. And then the Bible tells us that Jesus was crucified. So when it says that, that's when they actually took nails and they nailed him right to a cross. So they nailed him through his hands, they nailed him through his feet. It was horrible. And then they took and they played a game. Doesn't that sound unusual? They just nailed him to the cross, and now they're going to play a game. So they're going to roll a die in order to figure out what? To figure out who is going to get his clothes. Isn't that so mean? But that's what they did, though. And then, after Jesus did all of his work, so he received our sins, he received our punishment, and then he laid down his life. So nobody took his life away from him. When his work was done, he laid down his life, and then they came to him and they wanted to make sure he was dead, so they took a spear and they put it right through his heart, and they made sure he is dead. And then after that, we have a piece of cloth, and what did they do? Well, they brought cloth and they took Jesus' dead body down from the cross and they wrapped it in cloth. And then after that, now we come to a new egg. What's in here? Oh, why is there a big rock in there? Well, that's a good guess, Brooklyn. But actually, let's look at the picture here. So you guys are going to get a picture like this today. And the first picture here, see that big round stone? Do you know what that's used for, Noah? That's right. So that's like the door. So what they did is they wrapped Jesus' body up, they put it inside that cave, and then they rolled that big stone in front, and they thought, that's it. Never, ever, ever are we going to see Jesus again. I wonder what's in the last egg. This is the final one. What do you think is in here? You are smart, Leo, and you are right. There is nothing in there. What does that mean? Tell me about it, Leo. You are exactly right. So when those women came and they looked inside, his body was gone. Now at first they thought somebody stole his body, but what actually happened? Very good, Brooklyn. He is risen from the dead. He came alive. God the Father made him alive. He is alive today. He is alive forever and ever. And because he is alive, one day we are going to live with him forever and ever. Wow, we are so, so blessed. Well, there are a number of things in this bag, you guys, some special things for Easter. So please take one. They're all the same, and you can head back to your seats.